So for this chapter, Statistik und Umwelt, kids are learning about statistics, which is something that they've most likely already encountered in school already. Most of them already know an X and Y axis. They know how to create a graph. They know how to graph at least basic data points when given the parameters to do so. And with this one, you can take that knowledge that they already have and build up on it by using German vocabulary. So you can start by the vocabulary of statistic, talk about X and Y axis, talk about data points, and so on and so forth when it comes to data. Then you can give students their own data set, have them talk about that data set in German, plot the data points, learn about how to plot those numbers. If students are struggling, this is a good time to just review what they probably already learned in algebra class, get really solid foundation before you move on to them collecting their own data, which is where a lot of language comes in, because they not only have to ask questions in German, but they also have to listen to the responses and record them properly. So the students can either come up with their own research question, or you can come up with them for them. For instance, one could be identify 5 different plants or tree species. They can have pictures or whatnot, and the students have to go out and ask questions and ask people, do you know what type of tree or plant this is? If they say yes, that's one kind of data point. If they say no, it's another, a negative or a positive data point. And then they graph that later and they see what is the most recognizable tree or plant species in that area. This is a great way to create, to bring in Umwelt into statistic, and the students can see what people can identify more with, what plants that are easily recognizable and what trees are easily recognizable, which ones people just have no idea about. This forces them to go and ask questions and listen intently. Really great use of German. They can come back and they can plot their data points. They can talk to their peers about what data that they got if they all have the same research question. And then you can even create a combined graph, because you all probably talk to different people. All the students talk to different test subjects that they were surveying, and come back and create a combined graph to see which ones overall were the most recognizable. This is a great way to create more German conversations in your classroom, create more German conversations outside of class with other German peers, and to really bring the environment into it as well and see what people know in general. And you can apply that in one of your next lessons. Say, kids didn't really understand what any of the plants are and they can't recognize any of them. Then you can skip to one of the other chapters in this book that talks about plants and identifying plant species, and you can go on and learn as a class from there.